is the Arganese Connecticut, Ecuadorian Connecticut wrapper, Sumatran binder, Nicaraguan fillers. This one is rolled in Nicaragua, I believe. The Arganese family has been rolling cigars since 1920, and they have factories in the Dominican Republic and in Nicaragua. Sorry, the fillers are actually Dominican, not Nicaraguan. So, long story short, this is a budget smoke. I picked up 20 of these at a sale. I think I paid like $35 or so. Very, very cheap. It has long fillers. As you can see, it's not perfectly round. There are a few spots on the wrapper, but it does have a triple cap. It has all the basics. It's just not as pretty. Haven't had this. Fired up. Like I said, I smoke everything. Give it a shot. I don't know much about the family. What I could find on different websites is that there was a same story that most have, fled from Cuba, family started a business, this one in the Dominican Republic, and they have been kind of like flying under the radar, making cigars for others, and they have a Habano, they have a Maduro, they have a Connecticut. When you go to places like Honduras, Nicaragua, if you go down to Veracruz, where tobacco is high noon, just like in Connecticut in the U.S. or in like Perique in Louisiana. When you go to those places, you have dozens of factories. A lot of them you don't know. I found this to be true. I'm very much into tequila. On the tequila side, I'm a connoisseur, so I collect tequilas. And when I on my travels through Mexico, and specifically in Jalisco, as you know, you go to all these small villages and you have dozens of tequila factories. I have some of the best tequila that I brought here in plastic bottles. Yes. It was a small, distillery in a small village, and the guy just made the best tequila, but he didn't have a market, he didn't have marketing, and he bottled his stuff in plastic bottles and sold it off. And it's some of the best made, with the tahona, the wheel, and everything done the right way, no additives, over a fire basically. And that's some of the stuff, right? You can find, you go to the Dominican Republic and you pick up a bundle of hand rolls. You got to be careful, but you pick up hand rolls from an old lady at the market. It could be the best cigar that you ever had, right? So never shy away from stuff. Typically it is the way that it is. Your budget stuff is usually not as good as, some of the high-end stuff, but then you can also buy a $100 cigar that's toast, that's nothing. So long story short, let me fire this up and I'll get into this. I like the band. Like I said, so far good, good construction. A little squished foot, but it came in a bundle, so I expected something like this. This is from the outer side of the bundle. I just opened this up last night while I was reorganizing one of my humidors and found this and said, hey, I've never smoked this. So long story short, let's fire this bad boy up. Good light up, excellent draw. That's right where I like it. Not too tight, not too loose. Nice white ash. Wavy burn line, but that's, it's the startup. Very light flavors. It's a very mild cigar. This is minus mild to medium mild, I would say. And so far I'm getting a creamy smoke texture, sweet tobacco. It's very, very nice and sweet, and very far away flavor of cedar. So super mild Connecticut. Let's burn into it a little more. The retro, I get boiled peanuts. Not that I have boiled peanuts, but used to travel like in the south quite a bit, and whenever you drove by a place or you were at like a fair or stuff like this where they had the boiled peanuts, you walk by, the smell of when they boil the peanuts, that's what I get through the red oil. It's not a bad thing. I just never had boiled peanuts, so I can't really say I love peanuts, but not boiled. Just kind of weird to me. Long story short, and I know I say this quite a bit, just for me segue into shutting things a little bit shorter. So kind of like sending myself a signal, shut up. So with that said, is so far so good. Now, I do think it's a little light from when you feel it. It's a lightweight. I have it at a 63 RH, it's a little bit higher than I usually smoke. But I really wanted to try this, and this is literally 2 minutes in, and it's already, so it's a very fast smoking cigar, even with higher humidity. So hence the budget, right? So I think from a flavor profile, from a construction profile, from everything, it's a good cigar, but I think it's lightly packed, and the tobacco that's put in here, that it just burns a little bit quicker. So this has its place, you know. You need a quick fix in the morning with a coffee. This is excellent, and I do have an espresso this morning, Italian espresso, with just a little bit of stevia. So comes in perfect handy with the sweetness from this stick. So far so good. Yeah, what I expected. So the ash just dropped off, and it wasn't even a quarter of an inch, or so that's what it is. The construction almost comes across as a Cuban sandwich or a short filler, but it is long filler cigar. It says it is long filler. So yeah, I mean, I'll keep a bundle of these around. I really I'm positively surprised. I haven't really smoked like the Flor de Oliva, the factory smokes, and any of those budget bundle sticks. There was one Victor Sinclair that short fillers that I have tried for kind of like a lawnmower stick, and that one was also quite interesting, but it was strong. And this one here, I can see just picking weeds and so forth. I mean, sharp burn line, a little wavy, but like I said, I think it probably has to do with the filler. So this is approved by me. I'll definitely keep a bundle of these around, and if you have somebody come over that has never smoked a cigar and they try this, right, they're not overly offended. It also doesn't overly output a ton of smoke that you can't sit in a park full of people, and it's a very, very, very mild. For most connoisseurs and cigar smokers, obviously this will be too light, but again, this is a stick that has its place, and I'm okay on this. For myself, I'll keep a bundle around. When I run out of this one, I'll get another one, and I might try the Habano and the other Maduro as well. They have a whole lineup of other things that I found on their website, so I might try a few other ones of these. Very cool. Enjoy.